The elders said her heart would burn to ashes if she ever touched a human. Erin had grown up believing that. Every fireborn maiden of her realm did. Their kind, the Pyralians, were spirits of flame, proud, radiant, unyielding. They lived high in the ember towers of Solinar, where the wind carried the scent of burning incense and molten gold. They were forbidden from mingling with mortals. Humans, they said, were fragile, creatures of earth and sorrow. And yet, on the day of her binding, she was told she would marry one. Erin's throat tightened when her mother told her the decree. The High Flame had spoken. A marriage was needed to seal peace between the two realms. And the chosen husband was a human prince. "You will endure it," her mother said, her eyes glowing with the calm cruelty of centuries. "Endure the shame, the scent of flesh. You will not love him, but you will keep him loyal." Erin bowed her head. To disobey was to be extinguished. The wedding was held beneath the twilight sky of two worlds, where fire met mist, and the veil between realms shimmered like glass. She stood in a gown of ember silk, her hair a cascade of light, every movement trailing sparks. Around her, humans stared in awe and fear. They called her the Flame Bride. Her husband-to-be, Prince Cale of Arendor, was unlike what she had expected. No trembling mortal, no weakling in gold. His eyes were steady, storm gray. His hands callous not by war, but by work. He bowed, not in submission, but in respect. "Lady Erin," he said softly, "you honor me beyond measure." His voice was low, human, and warm. It shouldn't have stirred anything in her, yet something in her chest quivered, a flicker she could not name. She reminded herself of her vow: endure, but do not feel. Days passed like smoke. The castle of Arendor was made of stone and silence, heavy with human breath. Erin moved through it like a shadow of flame, her presence too bright for their dim halls. Servants feared her. Courtiers whispered behind her back. She did not eat their food. She did not sleep in their bed. And though Kyle was kind, he kept his distance, perhaps sensing the sharp edges of her restraint. One evening, she found him in the courtyard, repairing the broken wing of a falcon. His hands worked with gentle precision, his brow furrowed in quiet care. "You could command others to do that," she said from behind him, her voice like a crackle of heat. He smiled faintly. "If I never touch what I value, I'll never learn how to keep it whole." Erin frowned. "Humans speak in riddles, do we?" He glanced up, meeting her eyes. "I think we just speak in fear, afraid of what burns us." She looked away, uneasy at how close his words brushed her truth. That night, a storm swept through the mountains, black and fierce. The fire in her chamber guttered, nearly dying. She reached for her power, but the damp air stole her strength. Her flames dimmed to a trembling glow. A knock sounded on her door. "Erin?" Cale's voice. "The storm, are you safe?" "I do not need your concern," she said, though her body trembled with cold. She had never felt cold before. He entered anyway, cloak dripping, eyes full of worry. The torchlight danced across his face, catching the gold flecks in his eyes. "You're shivering," he said. Stepping closer, "Do not," she began. But then his hand brushed her arm, heat flared, not from her power, but from him. A warmth unlike flame, steady, human, alive, she gasped. Her body didn't burn him. The ancient curse, her fire did not devour him. Their eyes met wide with disbelief. "I'm not supposed to touch you," she whispered. "Then why does it feel like you were meant to?" he replied. The storm howled beyond the windows, but in that small chamber, a different kind of storm began. In the days that followed, everything changed. She still told herself she despised him, but her heart betrayed her with every look, every accidental brush of his hand. When he smiled, the air seemed to hum. When he spoke her name, she felt the world tilt slightly toward him. Cale never tried to claim her, never demanded love or loyalty. Instead, he offered something far more dangerous: understanding. He listened when she spoke of her realm, of the way her people sang the stars awake each dawn, of how fire was not destruction but devotion. And one night he told her of his childhood, of loss, of standing before the pyres of his fallen soldiers and praying for warmth that would not come. "Maybe," he said softly, "your fire was meant to find what my world lost." She didn't know when her tears began. Fire spirits were not meant to cry, yet water fell from her eyes, hissing against her cheeks. He reached for her, hesitant, but she took his hand first. Word of their closeness spread fast. The Pyrelian emissaries arrived with fury in their eyes. "You have shamed us," they told her. "You were meant to bind him, not love him. Your fire belongs to your kind alone." But Aaron, who had once bowed to every command, stood tall for the first time. "No," she said, voice trembling like a blade on flame. "My fire belongs to me." They called her traitor. They vowed to burn the treaty, to unleash war once more. That night, Kale found her standing on the castle balcony, her skin glowing like dying embers. "They will come for you," he said quietly. "Then I will face them. They will not stop until one of us burns." She turned to him, tears shimmering like molten glass. "Then let them see fire does not only destroy, it protects." He stepped closer until their breath mingled. "If I could, I would take your flame into myself. Share your burden." "You already have," she whispered. At dawn, the sky split open. Pyrelian warriors descended in pillars of fire, their wings scorching the clouds. Soldiers of Arendor gathered with shields and fear. Aaron stood between them, half flame, half flesh, a bridge between hate and hope. Her mother appeared at the front of the host, her crown a burning halo. "Come home, child. Leave this mortal ruin." "This mortal ruin," Aaron said, voice ringing clear, "taught me what it means to burn for something greater than pride." Her mother's gaze softened, then hardened again. "He has weakened you." "No," Aaron said, taking Kale's hand. "He made me whole." The Pyrelian army raised their hands and the sky blazed white. Aaron closed her eyes and unleashed her own fire, but it was not fury. It was light, golden, soft, endless, washing over both sides like dawn breaking after endless night. Where the flames touched, swords melted, but no one burned. The Pyrelians fell to their knees, not in pain, but in awe. Her mother, tears of fire streaking her face, whispered, "You changed the flame." "No," Aaron said. "I remembered what it was meant to be." When the fire faded, peace lay in its wake. Kyle reached for her, but she was already fading, her light dimming. The price of bridging two worlds was heavy. Her form shimmered, transparent as smoke. "No," he breathed, clutching her hand. "Don't go," she smiled faintly. "You were never my shame, Kale. You were my beginning." "Stay," he whispered. "I can't, but my fire will. Inside you." He pressed her hand to his heart. "Then I'll keep it burning." Her body dissolved into 1,000 sparks, drifting into the dawn. And for a moment, he thought he heard her voice on the wind. "Endure, but not in pain. Endure in love." Years passed. The kingdoms no longer feared each other. The Pyrelians built bridges of crystal flame that arched between realms. And in Arendor, the fields bloomed year-round, warmed by an unseen fire. Every morning, when the first light touched the castle, Kale would stand on the balcony, feeling that warmth brush his skin, the same warmth that once lived in her hands. Some nights, when the stars burned especially bright, he swore he could see her silhouette dancing within the constellations, her laughter flickering like embers. And though time dimmed his hair and slowed his step, he never forgot the truth she had shown him, that love was not the enemy of fire, it was the fire